Ladies and gentlemen, Geri Petito.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do,
Just what to do, just what to do.
if what you're feeling is really true,
Is it really true? Is it really true?
just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Geri Petito Show. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Geri Petito Show. All right, everyone and anyone who knows me knows I am the author of I'm Not an Addict, I'm Just an Ass. I'd rather be a smartass than a dumbass. Because, guys, almost 35 years ago, I was a dumbass. But today, 35 years later, I can honestly say now I'm a smartass. And yes, the word ass is in the Bible at least 40 times, and it was God who saved me, okay? And, you know, I just want to say this. There are a lot of people out there struggling, and a lot of people out there who need to know someone is listening. So I am a nutritional health coach. I'm a recovery coach. All my services to you are free. Please, please reach out. I want you to know someone is there to help you. If you think my book can help someone, because I sure do, you can go right to Simon & Schuster's bookstore, Archway Publishing, BAM, Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You can go to my website, www.geripetito.com. My book is now on audio, guys, with my voice. So Simon & Schuster wanted to do it with someone else's voice, and I was like, no way. So my producer, Ruben Rodriguez, part owner of Hamilton Radio, owner of Iron Horse Films, is now doing audiobooks. And guess what? With your voice. So if any authors out there are interested, please, please reach out. So before I introduce my really cool guests, I just want to give a shout out to two of my sponsors today. First, I have John Bishop, a.k.a. Johnny B., singer-songwriter, host of the Entertainment Luncheon South, a nonprofit created for the creative. He's also partners in the Joey D and Johnny B Rockin' Oldies band. He also sings solo. But a huge shout out to him and his wife Lenny for what they do once a month. It's by invite only. It's $20. You get a great lunch. You get incredible entertainment, and they don't keep a penny of it. They even do a 50-50 twice. Okay, they don't keep a penny of it. What they do for us is unbelievable, and they promote all of us like nobody else does. So this show will be on their site, trust me. Then my newest sponsor, okay, Robert Sweeney, retired U.S. Air Force, one-man band, guitar player, writer, producer, AI digital creator. Okay, he made an AI theme song for me, and we're going to be playing that at the end of the show. It is amazing, okay? And he also made an AI theme song about the Jersey Devil, and he's hoping to have a movie made out of it and explore powerful stories of love, loss, and legacy through his music and videos on YouTube and Spotify. Let's bring these emotional and thought-provoking tales to life. Okay, everybody, Robert Sweeney, and thank you for your service, sir. So now, I want to introduce this really cool lady, okay? And I love her name. Her name is MARKEY BLUE, all right? So Marky, say hello to everyone.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all, I like that. So where are you from, Marky?
I'm in Nashville,
So,
but
go ahead.
no, I'm originally from the West Coast, but I've been out here since 98. So I've been here the longest of anywhere in my life. So it feels like home.
So it is home. Yes, beautiful. Absolutely. So, you know, you're like the woman that does everything. Okay? So singer, songwriter, comedy. Do you act also?
Oh, I've done film
Okay.
and television. Yeah.
So do me a favor. Take the mic. Just tell everyone a little bit about who you are.
Oh, my goodness. Started out as a Las Vegas showgirl when I was like 19. working the big show. I think it was Lido di Paris, and then started doing stand up, and then started doing impressions. Got to the point where I was one of the top 10 female impressionists in the US, which was cool. I used to open for a lot of old stars, and I was so young, I didn't appreciate who they were, but now it's like, dang, I used to work with like Bob Hope, Phyllis Diller, Smothers Brothers, work with Sinatra one time, way near the end, but just so many people. And I was doing a lot of, bit parts. I worked with Bill Bixby right before he passed. He was doing a show with James Garner called Man of the People. And just, I would luck out on some Aaron Spelling shows and doing all kinds of stuff. But then I kind of hit my peak with impressions. I'm in the Radio Hall of Fame. When they inducted George Burns and Gracie Allen, I accepted for Gracie.
That's really cool. All right, keep going.
But I was not happy doing other people. So I really wanted to come to Nashville and learn how to songwrite and learn how to sing. I left Vegas, went up to Oregon, got signed by a small label, booking agents. We were booked left and right. Got picked up by a manager who saw me opening for the Smoking Armadillos, bought me off of my label deal and moved me to Nashville. So, and then he passed away not long after I got here. So I'm like, well, do I stay or, do I go back home? So I stayed and started learning how to songwrite. And then, kind of crazy, started songwriting and it changed my life. Got picked up by a film and television publisher. A lot of our songs are sitting in different television shows and that. Got a booking agent right off the bat. And then so I've been on like all over the world. So it's so funny. You never know where things are going to wind up.
So tell me some places. I've traveled all over the world myself. Tell me some of the places you've been to.
We actually play a game here at work. Where haven't I been?
Okay, I love it. Go ahead.
Well, just some of the coolest spots that I never thought I would be. We just did a festival right before COVID. We were out in Portugal on the Azore Islands, which are you familiar with that at all?
Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Little teeny speck out there, but
Yep.
they're so beautiful. The closest big city would be Casablanca and stuff, but I don't know. Just I used to travel as both a comic and I was traveling around the world with my ex-husband, who was also a very well-known comic. And then, like I said, it's like a whole other life than getting into music and traveling, doing my own music instead of doing other people.
Okay, so are you with a band? Do you sing solo? Tell me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I started out singing backup when I first got here. I was singing backup for different artists, which was really cool, getting to travel doing that. And then everybody kept saying, you really need to do your own music and you need to start your own stuff. So I started writing songs to pitch them to other artists and wound up getting signed to a record deal myself. So I was kind of doing a solo thing, but then a guy who was at a gig, he was playing with another artist. He said, look, I have a band. We need a front person. Why don't you come sit in Friday and see what you think? Well, heck, it was all tour guys. It was basically Billy Ray Cyrus's rhythm section. My husband. So I was like, heck yeah, I will front this. Our drummer was with Poco for like 19 years. We changed people, but they were always tour cats because these guys all know each other. They'd all toured with everybody. So that was the band I wound up fronting, but we co-fronted it. And then 12 years later, Rick and I wound up getting married. But we were a band for so long together, and we were traveling all over as the Marky Blue Rick Latina project. We had a label that signed us, that changed our name. So we have 2 everything, 2 Spotify's, 2 SoundClouds, 2 YouTubes, but you can find it, our music under both Marky Blue and Marky Blue Rick Latina Project. But
Wait.
now
Marky Blue what project?
Marky Blue Rick Latina Project.
There you go. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's my current husband. He's played with everybody under the sun, toured with everybody. But he's no longer able to play right now. So it's kind of forcing me to do this on my own. And I haven't done anything like this on my own in a long time. But it's exciting too, because like the new song I've got is my first solo release in years. So I'm so excited about it.
Did he ever meet Elvis?
No, but he, let's see, Neil Young, Waylon Jennings, Hank Free, Susie Boggess, John Barry, Clint Black, Colin Ray. Oh my goodness.
That's cool.
On and on.
Yeah, that's really cool. So, all right. So let me ask you this. So, and you also do acting, you said, right?
I've done film and television, yeah.
Okay, tell us some things you were in.
Long ago, it was back in the early days when I was living in Vegas. Like I made the TV Guide, which there used to be a TV Guide.
Yes.
I did an yeah.
Wait, you were in the TV Guide?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me what you were in though.
It was an Aaron Spelling show called,
Okay.
What was that? Hearts Are Wild.
Okay.
And it was Dick Van Patten, Pat Van Patten. I can't remember who some of the other actors are, but my name actually made it in there too.
Do you still have that TV Guide?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's cool. I'm excited when people talk about TV guides. So I grew up in Long Island City, New York, and Queens. My dad moved us to New Jersey, Robbinsville, New Jersey, to be next to his brother who met a Jersey girl in the Marines, okay? So we've been in Robbinsville I don't care, I'll be 65. So I say that for a reason, because I always say I was born too late. Because I was born in 61 and all my favorite songs are oldies. They came out in the 50s and 60s. I don't know how it happened. My parents didn't listen to oldies. So I'm an oldies doo-wop Elvis girl. Well,
Nice.
when we were growing up in Long Island City, they used to drop off once a week the TV guides in front of our doors. Yes. So my dad owned our 3-story apartment building. My grandparents lived downstairs. My aunt lived upstairs. My other aunt lived across the street. You know how, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I used to run when I knew the TV guy was there and grab it and look for Elvis, because they always had his face. And I would find it and go, Mommy, Elvis, Elvis. Okay, you can watch Elvis tonight. And I have someone amazing who knows how much of an Elvis fan I am, sent me one of them in beautiful condition with Elvis in the TV guide.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm going to have to dig out that box and look.
Yeah. I mean, to me, that's just like, wow, priceless. So for you to even say that was so cool. You were in the freaking TV guide.
It's one of the girls in the very first show I ever worked in Las Vegas. I mean, I was the youngest dancer in that show. One of the older girls, she actually dated Elvis. So, I mean, she had pictures of the two of them all over her station.
Wait, for
and
real?
I would go, huh?
For real?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, one of the girls, I think it was Cindy Lee, she was dating Bill Cosby at the time. There was another, the older gal, like I said, she dated Elvis. I mean, I was just a young pumpkin. You know, these girls were a lot older.
Oh, yeah, old ladies, I know.
I was just in awe of, like, holy cow, what all they were doing. And
The only time I say I wish I was 90 was because of Elvis, because trust me, I would have.
Oh, my Lord.
Okay? I was 16 when he died.
I did have his doctor, Dr. Donham. I did have his doctor as a doctor in Vegas for a while. And he said he still got phone calls. People would still call him and go, I know he's alive. I know you know where he is.
Yep. You know, if I was his doctor, male or a female, I mean, we know the female, but even if I was a male doctor and I had Elvis, honey, drop your pants, let me check your butt, okay? I mean, it's Elvis, right?
Have you been in the Luxor, which is the Pyramid Hotel?
No.
If you go in the Luxor, there's two camels that talk as you walk in, and they have little name tags on them. One's named after Dr. Ghanem, but that's who he is. I think he was on the World Board of the Boxing
Oh, that's so funny, girl.
Committee as well. But yeah, he's got great stories.
So Ina Vasquez is watching. Her husband is Carlos Vasquez. He's a singer, a little bit older than you, and he's amazing. But she's watching, and she says that you seem like a really cool lady who's been very busy. Yes, yes, she is a really cool lady and very, very busy. So I don't know if you heard. I don't know if you heard the beginning, Ina, but she was actually in TV Guide, and she has that TV Guide. Okay, just saying.
Oh, but I've been in the Inquirer, the Globe, People, In Style. I've been in the.
It's so
I've
cool.
I've had a crazy past.
Right, amazing, though, Marky, amazing. So
But
I want to play one of your songs now. All right, we have 3 of your songs. I want to play one of them now, and then we're going to have you talk about it. But just so you know, it might not sound clear to you, but it sounds great out there. Okay?
Gotcha.
Okay, here we go. Gino, higher.
Bringing me up when I am down. Every day we go walking around, loving you so much, so much. I said, ooh, baby, when you're with me, fit together naturally, loving you so much, so much. Late at night when I'm all alone, hear you talking on my telephone. Come on, baby, won't you take my hand? Love is the answer to the question, yeah. Ooh, it could be day, darkest of night. Being with you makes it feel alright. Loving you so much, so much. I said, ooh, baby, hanging around, home overnight on the town. Loving you so much, so much. Do, 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 do. Feeling so high by your side. Maybe it's true when I collide. Loving you so much, so much. I said, ooh, baby, walking with me. Hard to sing and actually loving you so much, so much. Come on, baby, won't you take my hand? Love is the answer to the question, yeah. Ooh, do 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 do.
So that is so cool. I love it. Tell us about that song.
It was funny during COVID, during the shutdown. My husband put a keyboard in the living room. I didn't know how to play it. He said, "Knock yourself out." So I went on YouTube, started teaching myself a little bit how to play, and I also started writing these songs. I had tested positive for one of those colon cancer, Cologuard, whatever's, and everything shut down. So literally for the next couple months until things opened up, I thought I was dying. So I started writing some of these songs. I wanted to leave the most beautiful love, just sweet love songs, So that's one of the songs that came out of that. I was thinking that this is going to be it. I want to leave my mark. So I just started coming up with these different melodies and just little sweet love songs, because there's just so much turmoil and stuff in the world that I just give people a break. Just a sweet love song. So I've made quite a few during that period of time, but this one was one of them. If you see the video, the two kids, I have a video company. I do inexpensive videos for artists who can't afford a video. I want them to be able to have something nice. So I do video and I also produce. But the two little models that are in there, they were coworkers of mine that they're so adorable. So if you see the video, it's under the MARKEY BLUE Latina project. They are just so adorable. I took them all over Nashville, shooting them and stuff, and made this little video out of it.
Well, Marky, you've made your mark, girl, okay? So here you are today. You thought you were really going to die. Okay, and you're smiling and laughing about it, which, okay, good. You didn't. God still has something for you here, and what you're doing is amazing.
Yeah, it was totally, false alarm. Those things can be false, but when COVID and everything
Sure.
shut down, like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You think the worst is going to happen.
So, all right. So I have a few questions for you. So, growing up, who were some of your musical influences?
Well, like I love so many of the Stax artists. And Steve Cropper, who I ended up getting to work with, he actually asked to be a part of one of our projects. That man is just amazing. The stuff that he has written and produced. You familiar with who that is?
Well, tell us some of his stuff. I'm more familiar with the stuff.
Okay. Well, like he wrote and helped produce Sitting on the Dock of the Bay.
Oh my gosh, of course. Oh, wow.
Yes. Soul Man, Midnight Hour.
Sure.
All those different hits that were coming out of Stax Records at that time. Like the Blues Brothers, they do a Soul Man. Play it, Steve. That's Steve. That's Steve Cropper.
Okay, now I know.
So, yeah, to have that guy actually ask us if he could be a part of one of our songs. He wrote in the middle of the night, he goes, "I can't get one of your songs out of my head." We're like, "You're kidding." He goes, "No, but I want to get you in the studio and I want to produce the vocal. Is that okay?" We're like, "Yeah, would love that." Walked into the studio and he's like, rocking out to our songs. It was pretty surreal. But definitely Steve Cropper and all that music that came out of Stax Records, back in the 60s and early 70s and that. Ann Peebles. A lot of that, I had a cousin that used to work for that band America.
Okay, yep.
If you're familiar with America.
They just talked. Wait, this is so weird. No one's mentioned that band in years. Yesterday, I did an interview. They mentioned that band, America.
Oh, no kidding.
Okay, this is a little weird. All right, continue.
So no, when I was a kid, I used to go down. I'm born in Southern California, in that Riverside County area and that. And so when we would go down to have the guys would come over and play the guitars and they would harmonize, I would just be like, wow. I just as a little kid, I'm like, I love the harmonies. I love all of this, and it really inspired me to pick up a guitar as a kid and start learning how to play
Oh,
and,
wow.
learning how to write songs. That is wild.
It's wild. All right. So, wow. So, did you take musical lessons?
Yeah, yeah. As a kid, my parents, I got guitar lessons and
Okay.
that, but I was more into dancing. I was a dance major.
Okay. So,
And
dancing
dancing
too.
is what, I went to UNLV for the dance program. And one of my professors was like, hey, I'm the company manager of one of the shows here in town. You really need to come to, audition. I had braces on my teeth. Like, okay. I went and got the show. So I went home, got the clear, those clear braces put on. So yeah.
So, all right. So, this is so cool. But did you have that one favorite singer?
Goodness. Ah, probably Al Green.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't expect that. Okay. Very cool. Very different.
Well,
Wow.
it's so funny because in Nashville, believe it or not, that you're expected to do covers. We tour outside of Nashville. They want to hear your originals. Here, you got to slip them in because the tourists, they want to hear covers. But I mainly do men.
Oh,
I do mainly guy songs. So I mean, Alfred's, because I love listening to his stuff.
very
That
cool.
last couple of albums ago that he did, Lay It Down. Oh my goodness, just amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just a few years ago
I didn't
that he
expect
put that
that.
out.
All right. So now let's play a second song and then we'll have you talk about the second one.
Okay.
Raindrops on my window match the tears upon my face. Says he's moving on now, looking for a better place. Wonder where he's going, didn't even say goodbye. Yeah, he's moving on now, just another day to cry. I don't wanna cry no more. Lord, these tears are falling down like rain. Why'd you have to leave me? Lord, I wanted you to stay. Baby, I'm crying. Baby, I'm crying. Baby, I'm crying again. Raindrops on my window wipe the tears upon my face. Yeah, I'm moving on now. Lord, I need a better place. Lord knows I don't wanna cry no more. Lord, these tears are falling down like rain. Why'd you have to leave me? Lord, I wanted you to stay. Baby, I'm crying.
That was absolutely. Can you hear me? There you go. That was absolutely beautiful. Something weird just happened to my mic.
Wow, we're real loud out here. Whew.
Yeah. So tell us about the song.
Put her mic
We
on.
can't hear you.
Put her-
Hold on one second.
24, I think it is.
Okay. Okay, Marky, tell us about that beautiful song.
That is so funny that you picked that song. That's the one that Steve Cropper wrote me in the middle of the night and said, I can't get this song out of the head. He produced the vocal on that.
Love it.
It's so funny. We were opening for him at the Hard Rock. I'd never met him before. And we got done with our set. And we head off stage and we head out to this balcony. He goes on stage and actually stopped his band. And he said, that last band, he didn't even know our name. He said, that last band. He said, if I were still writing music today, that's what I would be writing.
That's
and as
pretty
soon as
cool.
he got done, he came flying out and he grabbed our hands and just kept hanging on to all of us and talking. That's when I said, hey, we got an album getting ready to come out. Would you maybe do the liner notes? And so he said, yeah. So I gave him just a little demo, and that's when I got the email. I can't get this song out of my head. It was that song.
So tell us about this song.
Oh my goodness. I co-wrote that with Rick Latina, my husband, and we just, oh, wait, that's right. And Anna Marie, she had just lost her father. And I was sitting getting an oil change, and she texted me, I'm sitting here at a stoplight, and she goes, raindrops on my window. And I immediately text her back, like the teardrops on my face. And she's like, holy crap. I said, yeah, he's gone again. And I just started writing from there. But it was all just off of that one little, I'm sitting here at a stoplight with raindrops on my window. And then I just like, so that was coming from her losing her
Yeah.
father.
Yeah. That is so cool. So this
Oh, I
is
forgot.
Doc G, the original owner of Hamilton
Hello.
Radio. He just wanted to hang out with us a little bit.
Hello.
Hi, honey.
I just want to ask you, is that Anne-Marie Paserno?
No.
Oh, another Anne-Marie. Okay.
No, she's a country gal, country singer.
Yeah, Anne-Marie is too.
Oh, okay.
She's in Nashville. That's another reason why I thought maybe you were talking about her.
Oh, okay. No, I think her last name's Henderson, Anna Marie Henderson.
Oh, Henderson. Okay.
She just goes by Anna Marie, so.
That's cool.
Yeah, I love your music. Your
Aw.
style is very, very, very cool. And who you've been with is amazing too.
Amazing, right?
Yeah.
Everybody keeps saying you got to write a book because I literally have worked with so many celebrities, and the comic that I was married to years ago, working with him, I got to work with ex-presidents and all kinds
Wow.
of things. So
You
Oh.
need to write that book, lady.
I know you probably don't remember maybe Rich Little. That's my.
Rich Little?
We don't. Why
we interviewed
wouldn't
him
we?
years ago.
Yeah. Why wouldn't we remember that? Yes.
Some people do, some people don't.
Oh
you
my
know.
gosh.
Oh my God, he was one of the biggest, I believe, impressionists of the time.
That's what
On
I
a lot
used
of
to
the
do for a
shows.
living with impressions.
Wait, you also did impressions?
Oh yeah, that's why I'm in the Radio Hall of Fame, was because I did impressions and I did Gracie.
You better
Alan.
do some.
I didn't know who she was. I wasn't old enough, but I had a manager give me a tape and said, here, learn this voice.
But I thought you just learned her voice to do it.
Oh, no. I was one of the top 10 in the U.S.
All right, so listen,
Well,
give us something. Come on. Give us something. Come on.
Gracie, it's kind of like singing. Impressions is like, it's a muscle. It's muscle memory. And if you don't do it on a regular basis, you start to lose it. But I
Yeah.
can probably do a Gracie.
All right, come on.
It's a nasal placement. Oh, George. No.
That's good.
Listen, even your face, okay?
Well, we used to, we traveled the world as well and did so many shows.
Oh,
So,
wow.
working with him, we could do George and Gracie, Edith and Archie, Hepburn and Fonda, Kermit. There's so many couples, and say, Sinatra, Liza. that's actually how I learned how to sing. I sang as other people. I didn't know, what my voice was until years later when I started songwriting.
That's interesting. You had to find your voice. Really, you found other people's voices before your own, and then you had to find your voice. That's amazing.
That's funny, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's funny.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Talk about your comedy. Who's some of your favorite comedians?
Man, it's so funny because people think, oh, comedians are so lovable and funny and stuff, and it's like, well, no, they're actually curmudgeons.
That's
a lot
right.
of them are
That's right.
curmudgeons. But I've learned so many great things working with other comics, and you learn how to treat people and what to do and what not to do. And I gotta say, always keep that in your head and remember how you make people feel. Because, people kind of give Rosie O'Donnell a bad rap, but we were doing some kind of show, and what's her name was on there? Carol Burnett was on it, and
Yeah, we interviewed her here as well.
Interviewed her, yeah.
Oh,
years
okay.
ago.
I got to meet her. Yep.
love her. There was like so many, some old Latin comics and stuff. And I was just, the newbie and stuff. And Rosie came over and grabbed me by the hand and she said, no, you come on. You're a part of this too. And I was like, oh,
That's cool.
little things like that stick with you, and different ones are just so sweet and so kind to you. I don't know if you remember this guy, John Viner.
Oh yeah, I interviewed him a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great guy.
John, I love John. He and I worked together for a long time on a show. DC Follies went off the air on television, and so we opened up a live show in Vegas. Sid and Marty Croft, who used to do HR Puffin stuff and Land of the Lost, all that. But it was John and I working with the DC Follies puppets. So John was the one who taught me my first impression, but I learned so much from that guy. I just adore that man.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
before we forget, Caden Gordon, we got to give him a shout out. He's the
Okay.
one who connected us.
Oh, yeah.
Caden, we love you.
Hey,
I always
Caden.
say he's one of the hardest working young men out there in the industry.
He
We love you,
is.
Caden.
Yes.
I produce other people's music now as well. And I was working with an Americana artist on one of his singles. And he's the one who was like, you got to check out this kid. I am
Yeah.
so proud of that kid.
Oh, yes, me too.
He has done so well.
Yeah, love him.
He's not a kid anymore though.
Yeah.
That kid is just going to shoot for the stars, man.
So real quick before we play your next song, Maniscala, okay? I love him, and me and my Italian cousins met like 3 years in a row in New York to see him. Oh, Sebastian, the
Sebastian.
comedian.
Oh, okay.
You don't know him? All right, lady. When we are done, you're gonna Google two if you don't know the next one. I don't love too many comedians, I gotta say. Sebastian Maniscalco is one of the best. He's married to a Jewish lady. He's Italian, and when he talks about that mixture, we cry because my cousin is married to a Jewish man. So we get it with the Seder and the holidays and the food, all right? He's amazing. And then Matt Rife, do you know the young kid?
He's funny, yeah, too.
Okay. He is incredible that I'm going to see him for my 65th birthday on March 7th, front row with my grandson. Okay, I got front row tickets for me and my grandson. He looks like my grandson. He's young, and he is beautiful inside and out. And there's reasons why with his life. He was raised by his mom and his grandfather. Beautiful, beautiful. And he is hysterical. So you have to Google both of them, Matt Rife and Sebastian. You only have to put in Sebastian. It'll come right up. Okay? And then let me know.
I actually work with a couple of up and coming comics at my day gig, and I love seeing them grow and seeing them do
Yeah.
all their shows and stuff. So I'm like, I'm so
Amazing.
excited for them.
Yeah, but let me know what you think of the two of them, okay?
Okay.
I didn't love, and he was world renowned. I mean, what was the comic?
Don Rickles?
Thank you. because I said I didn't love. He knew. So Don Rickles.
I've heard it many times from you.
You know, you either love him or you didn't, right? But he was brilliant, but I didn't love him. All right. Anyway, he was doing, you could Google this. He was doing a show, and a woman in the front was there only because her husband wanted to be
Forced
there.
her there, yeah.
She hated him. She's heckling him the entire time. All of a sudden, okay, he stops the show. He comes over to them, and he says, "Are you married to her?" And the husband was like, "Yeah," you know, like that. And he goes, "If I was her husband, I'd give her poison to drink." She stands up and says, "If I was your wife, I'd drink it." He stops the show, brings her up on stage. He was like, "This was priceless. In all the years, no one's ever shut me up." And after that, I'm sure she loved him, okay? So it was great. But, all right, so now let's play your final song, and then we'll have you talk about it. Here we go.
It should be the last one. I think it's called About You.
Oh, you guys don't have the new one?
Whatever you sent
You
us.
sent us 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had Send Me Love. That's the single that's out right now.
Maybe that's the one.
Oh, wait.
I don't know. Is that the one, Ruben, on there?
Do you see it?
What name are you looking for?
Go.
Send
You
me,
know what.
Just-
send me love.
Just play the third song, whatever it is.
Oh, yes, Send Me Love.
There it is. Yeah, Send Me Love.
Woo!
I thought I
Oh,
heard
so
something. I
you,
thought I heard a
you
different
don't
name.
listen to him. Don't listen to him.
I get brain farts every now and then. I'm getting older, and I'm learning that I get,
Send me some of your love. Ooh. Ah. Baby, baby, why you wanna walk away? Why you wanna see me cry? Always to believe in love will find a way. We can make it shine. Baby, baby, are you gonna lose your way? Say we're gonna try. Every day believing love will find a way. Just show me sign. Won't you send me love? Won't you send me love? Won't you send me Send me your loving. Send me some of your loving. Send me some of your loving. Baby, baby, not a fool but do what I do for you, yeah. Won't be leaving, never gonna be the kind. Me you're gonna find some love. Ooh, every day believing love will find a way. Just show me sign. Won't you send me love? Won't you send me love? Won't you send me love? Send me some of your loving.
Good. I like it.
Tell us about it, girl.
Oh man, this is the first song, my first solo release in a long, long time. I wrote it. My husband was able to do a couple of things on that. It was the first time I've had to produce on my own in a long, long time. So I'm really proud of this song. It's actually up for, gosh, it won WSA's World Songwriting Award for Best Jazz Song a couple months ago, but it's up for like 6 different awards right now for R&B, Best R&B Pop Song. Couldn't be prouder of it. There's some legend playing on this that are friends, you know. It's funny, Eugene, the guy who's on guitar on this one, his dad was the guitar player for the Ventures. Eugene started playing for like Buck Owens and Waylon Jennings back when he was like 16.
Yeah.
He was the kid you used to see on Hee Haw picking.
Oh,
That's
okay.
Eugene on that.
Yeah, okay.
That's
It's
pretty
funny.
cool.
Yeah.
Because he laid that guitar solo and he goes, yeah, that's kind of a Midnight at the Oasis guitar solo. I said, that's funny you say that because the guy who's going to be laying the B3 here in an hour played on the original version of Midnight at the Oasis.
Oh my God.
Which is Mark T. Jordan. I mean, the guy is amazing. But you know, they're friends. Nashville is a cool, small community. Everybody knows everybody. You know, the guy on bass, he's kind of a legend here in town, Don Adams. And I'm just so blessed, especially with like my husband, with everyone he knew. So I got to meet over the years just so many talented people here in town.
Wow.
So quite the pool of talent. Nashville forces you to either get better at your craft or learn how to do something else. Because everyone who comes to your shows here can either write better than you, sing better than you, and play better than you. You know?
This is so amazing. All right, so then here's a question for you. It's a 2-parter. All right? Who have you met, like one of the most incredible people, legends that you've met, and who haven't you met that you always wanted to meet?
Oh boy.
Ah. I'm going to age myself here. I used to get to work for the Reagans, Ron and Nancy Reagan, years after he was out of office. But I would go to work for Nancy doing these shows, you know, Say No to Drugs shows and stuff. But working with her and Ron was just so cool. They totally were like your grandma and grandpa, you know.
Wow, okay.
But working with them, I got to work with like Charlton Heston, and I got to work
come
with,
on.
Oh my
I
God.
with Clint Eastwood, and I got to work with so many cool people, you know.
Now,
But-
part 2.
Who would I want to meet or work with? Let me think. Of course, my brain is a blank. There are so many different music geniuses that produce out there, and I'm trying to think of.
Even if some have passed away, like, was there anyone that you always want? Like, for me, it's Elvis, of course. But was there anyone ever that you, like, truly wanted to meet but never got the opportunity?
I think it would have been cool. I know he's kind of a nutty dude, but I know all of the hits that he helped do. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall watching Phil Spector.
Okay. So,
You know.
all right. So that's so funny. I mean, you know, I've interviewed a lot of legendary singers who worked under Phil and had a lot of negative things to say.
Yeah.
And I'll tell
I don't
you,
know if I would want to actually meet him, but I would love to have been a fly on the wall
okay.
watching him work.
Well, I could tell you something funny. I'm not going to mention who she is. She's still with us. Okay. She's amazing. Okay. And I was interviewing her, and no one's allowed to curse on my show except the word ass, because the word ass is in the Bible. All right. So she actually used the F word about him, and I cracked up laughing and said, "You have a pass," okay? Because he stole their music. He was producing them, and he stole their music, put it in an album. They were out touring outside the country, and he gave it to these other females, these other girl groups. Okay, yes. So I let her use the F word.
Dang, I met the gal who wrote Teeny Weeny Itsy Bitsy Yellow Polka Dot Bikini when I first moved here to Nashville. And she used to tell me Phil Spector
Yeah, yeah.
stories.
So
And she was
I
working at the-
interviewed Brian Hyland, okay?
Oh,
Okay, in Itsy Bitsy. And I'll tell you something about that. So, and I talked to him about this. So I watched the video that's out there on YouTube of him singing it, okay? And he was a teenager. He was young, you know, and on what's the guy's show that did them all?
Which one?
He brought all the singers
Dick
on.
Clark?
Thank you. That's why I have him here, okay?
American Bandstand, yeah.
So he is coming out to debut this song on American Bandstand. And Dick Clark's in the audience before they bring him out, and he's saying about this incredible song. And then Dick Clark says, "Check out the girl in the bikini." Well, the girl in the bikini was a little girl, and it was almost a very perverted video. Now, Brian didn't know what he was getting into because he was just coming out on stage. He didn't know what was going to be out there to sing. And I did not appreciate that video, but he is amazing, Brian Hyland. What he did with that song was off the charts.
oh, wow.
So you got to check out the video and you'll get what I'm saying.
Okay.
All right?
Very cool.
But it's cool. Listen, you know, back then nobody thought about it. You know what I mean? But so yeah. So Itsy Bitsy, that's so funny. Oh, all right. I'll tell you a silly song about songwriting. Who wears short shorts?
Uh-huh.
All right. So I had them in studio. Okay? They were young, and they went into the studio back then with just the music. And, you know, you pay your quarter, your dollar, whatever it was back then, you know, they would record your music, right? And they said, "This is great music, but now we want words." And they were like, "Words?" So they're like, "All right." Well, they get in a car together, and they're driving around. They was like 17 years old. And they see a young, beautiful woman in short shorts. And they start singing in the car, "Who wears short?" That's why the song is pretty much those words. And that's how that song came to be.
That's a good story.
Okay? I love that story. So, yeah. So, do you have any
Very
questions?
cool.
Yeah, my questions are basically with what do you take away from when you worked with Rich Little that you use in today
Yeah.
in your music?
Oh, goodness. It's kind of, well, I learned a lot working with Rich over the years. As I was also acting as manager, and I was also acting as like musical director when we didn't have our musical director with us.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, and leading the band and working with orchestras that didn't really speak English, but all we had was our sheet music. But because we had to do so many stops and starts doing a comedy show, boy, it really, I had to get up, up to par quickly on being able to give directions and being able to musically lead, and no matter what country, what language barriers were there, So I'm really glad I had that learning, because we were playing all over the world.
Right.
So I grew a lot musically out of that. And then we were in Branson. We were covering for the Osmonds.
Oh, wow.
Well, the first year we were there, we were with Phyllis Diller covering for Andy Williams. He had had throat surgery, and so they brought us in to fill in there. Then when we went in with the Osmonds, we had Yakov Smirnoff opening for us, and then us. And I started recording with a couple of the band members. They took me over to Caravel, which was owned by some of the old hee haw people. you know? And we got a song out there. One of the songs I did, it went to like #1 in Netherlands or wherever, and they're like, "You really need to come to Nashville." So I went to Nashville with the lead of the band and his wife, and they started introducing me to publishers, songwriters. I got to sit and watch how everything works. And I'm like, this is amazing. You make an appointment to songwrite. These people, it's a business. And I was like, oh, I want to be a part of this. And then getting to go into the studio and watch them take a song from nothing and coming out with this at the end. And it hooked me. It hooked me.
And how many
I
times?
love that.
And how many times did you guys work with Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Sammy Davis, and Jerry Lewis, and all them? I know a lot of times. I know that, right? Rich worked with.
I only worked with Frank the one time. It was there near the end. It was funny. It was a big fundraiser out in Palm Springs. The two wives, Bob Hope and Frank Sinatra, their wives put on the show. And I had met Bob and Dolores on a cruise that we all were performing on. And I was talking to Dolores. I said, Dolores, weren't you a singer? Because I had just read his biography, you know, the one that he didn't want out there. And she's like, oh my God, you know that I'm a singer. And I'm like, yes. So she gave me all her CDs, and that was it. I was booked on everything. She was a wonderful lady.
Wow.
But we were out there, and I mean, you name it, they were out there. I think that was when President Ford was still alive, and he whacked some lady with a golf ball at the golf tournament.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
It was in the audience, but it was a thrill. It was a thrill.
That's so cool.
A friend of mine, Frank, also, he was a stand-up comic. He used to open for Frank on the road. It's so funny. Last time I saw Frank perform, he was getting a little too old. He would forget, and he would introduce the band over and over, and each time they would stand up, you know. The one time where he passed out on stage, my friend Frank was the first one that got to him. He ran out and he said he was just blitzed. All I could smell was bourbon.
Oh, no.
So it wasn't a real medical emergency.
Right.
Just
Very cool.
he had a little too much.
Well,
But-
I'm going to read a poem out of my book now.
Okay.
Okay? And I like to read this one because it's called Utilizing Gifts and Talents. And if this poem is for anyone, it's for you, lady, because everyone usually utilizes one or two of their gifts throughout life. Some don't utilize any, and that's the sad part. But you've utilized them all. I can't imagine another gift. I can't imagine. I don't know anyone who's done everything you have done. So here we go. And I wrote this honestly for people who are questioning their self-worth, who think they have nothing to offer. If that's you, please listen, because you do. Utilizing gifts and talents. We are born with talents. We are born with drive, with different gifts to help us thrive. I knew early on I was born to draw and paint, to also write poetry, and to talk without restraint. Our gifts and talents should all be used. God's gift to us, not be abused. We can go far in life for sure, using our gifts to go on tour like this lady's doing. All our talents should be used to create ourselves and more, but then our job's to share them to even up the score. You see, in life, what's needed is not just for ourselves. Once our gifts are mastered, take them off the shelves. A living we can make by spreading them around, not just for the money, but to spread a peaceful sound. So don't take for granted the gifts you're given. Go out and spread the joy. Our gifts are not to be held back for us to self-destroy. Put your efforts forth. Do not hesitate. All your talents, my friend, are never second rate. Never hold them back or you will surely die. Maybe not in body, but your soul will cry. Our gifts were made to share, our talents made to soar. Go through life enlightened, then you can roar. Be proud of who you are. Be happy you're alive. Once again, my friend, your gifts will help you thrive. By putting efforts forth, not keeping them at bay, your name, Marky Blue, baby, will live forever, forever and a day. So go through life excited for what you sure can give. to yourself and others is our reason to live. Our grave will be quite lonely, but our legacy lives on. So make sure people smile with the breaking dawn. And Marky, that is you from the beginning to the freaking end, okay?
That was so good. That was so good.
Listen, I've entertained legend after legend, okay? The Lion Sleeps Tonight. I mean, I've been so blessed, but I've never met anyone who's done as much as you in different categories, I mean. You know what I mean?
So many, yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Aw, I appreciate that.
So do you have any last words for her?
I mean, you are incredible, especially with the Gracie Burns, because I'm a big old comedy guy, like Three Stooges and stuff like that. Abbott and Costello, Burns and
Oh,
Allen.
me too.
I
Me
love
too.
that stuff, and I wish this generation would learn more about all that. So that's my hope. I'm wishing and commenting. I wish people would learn more about the people that paved the way for the new people that are coming out, and just dedicated so much of their time and energy and their life to whatever their craft was. And that's what I see you do. So that's basically just a comment. Keep doing what you're doing. Congratulations.
That's just a comment. He means a compliment.
A compliment. A comment. It's a comment. Yeah.
So,
Well, I
thank you.
appreciate it. It was very nice meeting you.
Thank you.
can
Same
go
here.
back now.
You both.
Yeah.
Let me get ready
Okay.
for the last
Yep, no
song.
problem.
So now, Marky, listen. First of all, I have to say thank you so much for this incredible interview. Again, thank you to Caden. You're off the charts, okay? You are ridiculous, okay? Amazing, everything you've done, everything you've accomplished. Hall of Fame, meeting these people. Do you ever get starstruck?
No.
Okay, I can't imagine it happening, right? Okay, so you're just amazing.
Well, my husband before, he was on tour with everybody. Britney Spears, Madonna, Rolling Stones, Aerosmith. Yeah, I don't get I don't
Amazing.
get too big.
Amazing, amazing. So
Someday I'll write a book.
you have to. All right, so listen, we have a few minutes left. I'm going to give you back the mic because I don't want you to get off thinking, oh, I forgot to say this. I wanted to share this. Also, tell everyone how they can reach out to you, whatever, hire you, what's up and coming, your social media. There you go.
You can find our music. You can under Marky Blue or Marky Blue Rick Latina Project. Like I said, we have 2 Spotify, 2 everything. You can find me at the website markybluericklatina.com. Like I said, I do video and I'm producing people right now. I just finished Americana. I'm working with a Christian artist, and then I just had a spoken word artist reach out to me to do a project. So that ought to be cool. I've never done spoken word before, so I'm like, gotta do my research. But just appreciate you. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Peyton.
Okay.
For getting us here.
It's amazing. So thank you again. So guys, please share this. She's amazing. All right. So we're going to close with my new AI theme song from retired U.S. Air Force Robert Sweeney. Okay. Here we go.
Welcome to the stage where stories untold, candid moments captured, memories unfold. Gary's got the vibes, a soothing flow. Come sit back, relax, let the good times glow. Jazz in the air, let it take you away. Welcome to the Geri Petito show, where every heartbeat and every note flow. Jazz melodies, weaving through the night. Together we'll shine, everything feels right. Deep conversations where the heart finds a voice. Together we laugh, sometimes we rejoice. Tales of adventure, the rhythms embrace. and each note a journey. Feel the space, step into the light, let the music. Welcome to the Geri Petito show, where every heartbeat and every note flow. Jazz melodies, weaving through the night. Together we'll shine, everything feels right. So tune in now, let the magic start. Geri's podcast, a place for your art.